Yeah, just first of all, give Pitt a lot of credit, man. That defense was outstanding today for them. I think that's the one thing that just stood out to me was that, we really couldn't do much with our defensive front. Their defensive line, we played some good D lines this year, but they were different. They played fast, they played physical up front. Coach Narduzzi's got that defense rolling like he wants it. They got a bunch of players that have been here for a long time, and Red started these guys, developed them. They have good length, they have good speed, they play hard. All the things that you want in a defense, and they kept the pressure on us all night defensively. We didn't find ways to run the ball, and then in passing situations they did a great job of just pinning their ears back and getting to the passer. And so give them a lot of credit. But having said all that, you're still in the game. We still get the ball back with 2.5 minutes to go win the game, and just didn't get it done. Thought our defense played better today. Kept us in the game, held them to some field goals, and we feel like if we're holding teams to field goals, then we got a great opportunity to win the game. So it was just a tough night. Didn't get it done there at the end, and we got to do a lot better. Obviously, we have a bye week next week. We're dinged up some, 2 physical contests in a row, and trying to get these guys healed up next week before we head down to Atlanta.
Take questions now.
Hey, Scott, it's Cameron with the Courier Journal. Just from your perspective, could you tell us kind of what you saw when Malik took that hit and kind of what you know so far about his injury?
Yeah, I just, he's kind of stepped up on that play, and obviously they had some pass rushers there. He steps up and he's trying to make the throw. It looked like he got his feet kind of caught up underneath a couple of their defenders. He kind of got twisted a little bit, and then when he threw the football, and then the positive news is he was moving everything when he was on the ground, had feeling and everything and moving everything. So that's obviously the positive thing. And the medical team obviously takes every precaution that we need to take, and that's why they put him and took him in to further evaluate him. I have not gotten an update on that, so anything else would be speculation. I just do know he was moving everything and had feeling everywhere in his body and all his extremities. So that's always a positive.
Next question.
To follow to that, if Malik is still injured after the bye week, I mean, your backup situation, obviously you have Juwan, Evan. Would Evan be the guy you think?
Well, I think we'll see how it goes the next couple of weeks. We do. The fortunate thing for us is that we do have a bye week next week, and Cunningham's not the only one that's dinged up. I mean, we've coming out of the Miami game. The training room was full last week. So there's a lot of guys that are dinged up, but we're going to have to get healthy the next week. And I told our guys, man, we've got to become a great football team in the bye week and in the league leading up to Georgia Tech. I mean, we've got to continue to work, continue to get better. And there was a lot of things that was good tonight. Defensively, we played better. We called some turnovers. Put a little bit of pressure on the quarterback at times. Held the running game pretty good. Held them to field goals. I mean, so there were some positives that we had tonight, but obviously got to do a lot better. Everybody we're playing in this league can beat you. You have to do a great job, and it starts with our preparation. We have to have a great week of practice, every single day, and can't take anything for granted.
Scott, Eric Crawford from WDRB. What obviously, other than just the obvious, you'd like to be able to run the ball and things like that. What were you hoping you could maybe accomplish against this Pittsburgh defense that specifically proved a lot tougher?
Well, the one thing that we've been able to do since we've been here was, hit the big shots down the field. And man, we had them called today. We just didn't connect for whatever reason. We either overthrew or underthrew. We got pass interference. I mean, we want to connect on those for touchdowns. And I don't know, man, that's probably 5 or 6 times we had those shots, and we felt like, we had an opportunity to connect on those, and we just didn't get it done. I think that's probably the biggest deal. Pitt does a great job of loading up the box, stopping the run with a lot of hats, and then letting their defensive ends rush the passer, and they kind of free those guys up. So what that does, it leads to one-on-one coverage, and it, if you watch the game down the field on just most of all those throws, it's one guy back there running with our guy, and we feel like our guy's going to win, and we just did not connect today. And I think that's that's probably the difference in the game. It's hard to move the ball on this defense. I mean, it's just the way that's going to be, just how much pressure they put on you.
Scott, Cameron again. When you look at that defensive line, was the pressure they were getting just because of how talented they were? Or do you think kind of it was a mix of both them and the opposite line losing some blocks?
Well, I think it was both. I mean, I think they do a really good job within their scheme. You know, their defensive ends are wide. They're both 6'5", 260 and 270, so they keep everything kind of inside. Their D tackles are strong. They do a really good job there, but they also bring pressure. And the thing about it is you don't know where the pressure's coming from. They're linebackers. They did a good job with that. I think most of the night, as we go back and watch the film, it was our guys getting beat. I mean, I just think, we just got beat on some one-on-one blocks, causing pressure in the backfield, and then the same thing within the running game. We had the 175-yard run where they blocked it up really nice, and Hawkins broke that one off. But outside of that, there really wasn't a lot of positive runs either, which we kind of hang our hat on that run. And we just could not get that going today at all. And that's why we had so many long yardage scenarios on third down, and it's hard to pick up third and long when they have the kind of pass rushers that they have on the edge. I mean, these guys led the nation in sacks last year, and they've picked up where they left off last year. They're an incredible pass rushing team. And I think they've proven that, over the last 2 years.
Scott, Eric Crawford again. Even the last touchdown they scored is kind of a fluke thing where a guy's knee hits a defender's shoe and not the ground. I mean, how much progress did your defense make this week? Because even though they gave up some third downs and had trouble getting off the field, they really gave every chance in the second half.
Man, they did. They I thought they played a really nice game. I mean, there's a couple third downs you'd like to have back that we did not get them off the field, but I thought they played hard. We got pressure on the quarterback. I thought Yasir did a nice job of pass rushing today and causing some of those pressures. I thought, and that's what it's going to take. We got to be able to get to the quarterbacks, and then we held them to field goals. I mean, that was the thing. I mean, these guys got down in the red zone, and we're holding them to field goals in those drives, and so you're still in the game. And I think that's why we still had a chance there at the end. Down 3 with 2.5 minutes to go with a couple timeouts. I mean, so we gave ourselves a chance and had the ball with possession with the last drive to go win the game. As bad as we played on offense, our defense really stepped up today and made a lot of plays for us and kept us in the game.
Take 2 more for Coach.
Scott, this is Kent Spencer with WHAS 11. First half last week, pretty much the entire game this week. How critical is it to get those third downs cleaned up on offense?
Yeah, we obviously do have to get it cleaned up. I thought, to me, it's 2 different scenarios, the last week and this week. I mean, this week was different, the fact that we just had so many long yardage situations, and it's hard to get first downs in long yardage situation with that kind of pass rush. Last week in the first half, we had a few 3rd and 4 and 5 we didn't pick up for, bad execution. I thought this week was different. I mean, this is a different kind of defense that we played today. We obviously have to, because, you have to keep the chains moving. You get a first down, now we have 3 more pops at it, and you get a little bit of a rhythm, and so that was critical today. We were not able to do that, but it all started this week. It started on first downs. I mean, we did not get much on first down at all in this game today.
Last question.
Scott, Cameron again. In that first quarter, obviously Logan had a couple of short punts. Obviously, one was turned about 20-some yards to the 25, and then another one they got around the 50 and then scored a touchdown a few plays later. Just when you're not flipping position, especially in the punting game and special teams, how difficult is it to get a hold of a game early? Because, I mean, Pitt went up 13-0 really off those 3 possessions.
Yeah, no question. We, you need to be able to flip the field. And, first half, we did not punt very well. Depending on which side you were going to, if we were headed to the open end, the balls were not going as far. With the wind that was coming in, when you were headed the other way, then you could get a little bit more on it. But, we've got to do a better job punting the ball. We got to be able to get the ball down and win some of those field positions. We've not won the field position battle in the 3 games, and teams are a big, part of that. We did get the nice fake today on the punt team to kind of switch the field on that one. But other than that, really didn't do a whole lot with the punt game or kickoff return. I don't think anybody did really on either side in that aspect.
Coach, thank you for your time.
Thanks.
We expect Javian Hawkins to join us shortly. 13 carries today for 78 yards. Now joined by Javian Hawkins. Go ahead and take questions right away for Javian.
Hey, Javian, this is Cameron from the Courier Journal. Just we start just kind of what did you see from Pittsburgh's defensive line that you thought kind of kept you guys contained or at bay other than your big touchdown run?
Pitt defense, they came out, they just played a great game. Nothing special, a lot of spiking inside from the edge players and just causing commotion. They just played a good game up front.
And Javian, from your perspective, what did you see when Malik went down on that last play?
Just end of the game, trying to win. That's that soldier mentality in him. So he gave it his all, and he got twisted up and got tackled weird. And he put his thumb up, let us know he was good. So gonna get back and get better.
Russ Brown, Kentucky today. Could you describe your touchdown run? How were you able to break that off?
Honestly, when I got the inside zone, we knew it was gonna bend back. Coach Led told me and all, like, I got it. Worked out just how it worked out and how we thought it would. The hole opened up. Literally, any of us could have did that. The hole was so big, I just hit the hole and ran, really.
Javian, Craig Meyer from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. I was curious what the past few days for you all as players have been like, given everything that's been going on in Louisville during this week.
We just got to focus and practice better. Honestly, it's an easy fix. We gonna fix it. And with everything going on, we focus. We don't really be worried about all that. I mean, we do the social justice talks and everything, but we still focus. That don't really throw us off at all.
Yeah, I guess have coaches kind of addressed that with you, if at all.
Yeah, they address it. They for us. So however we feel, they feel like. So we talk about it. They ask us if we got anything to say, and we leave it from there. If we don't got nothing to say, they good. But if we do, they hear us out and we work with it.
Any further questions?
Yeah, Javian, for you all, obviously lost 2 in a row going into your bye week. What's the focus for you guys as you kind of try to rehab and get this week off?
We just gonna come back and we're gonna fix it. All I can say is we're gonna fix it. I promise we're gonna fix it.
Javian, this is Kent Spencer with WHAS 11. What was Coach Satterfield's message to you guys after this one in the locker room?
Just preparation. And showing up, like, we gotta execute more, and that start with the preparation. Like, we preparing well, but we better than what we displaying. So, like I said, it's an easy fix.
Take one more for Javian. All right, hearing none. Javian, thank you for your time.
Appreciate y'all.
Thanks.
Joined by Marlon Character. We'll take questions now. Again, Marlon Character just joined us.
Marlon, Eric Crawford from WDRB. Just what went into this turnaround this week on defense? You guys bent a little bit on some third downs, but you never really broke and kept the team in the game the whole game. What was so much better? What was the week of preparation like?
Week of preparation, just trusting the calls. Coach putting us in a position, trusting to execute the position he put us in and play the call as hard as we can and make plays and get off the field on third downs.
Marlon, Cameron from the Courier Journal. The performance you guys had defensively today, you think this is more of what you guys could be on a consistent basis, a more bend but don't break type of defense?
Yes, sir. Bend but don't break. Just got to show a little more consistency. Anytime we're on the field, just get as many stops as we can, execute.
After last week, obviously a lot of people had a lot of things to say about the defense, social media-wise, things of the nature. You guys come in here a little bit more motivated than than you had been in the past, just to prove that you guys weren't the same defense from last year or from that game?
Sir, we go into every game pretty motivated and believing in each other. We don't really feed into the outside social media talks. We just come in every game with a mindset we're going to set the statement.
Marlon, for you guys going into the bye week, defensively, what's the focus for you all?
Focus, just like I said, execute, correct our mistakes that we made today and just prepare a lot better. We got a little more time to prepare with this week off, and we're just going to hit the ground running and start tomorrow. So.
Was it weird at all playing in the empty stadium?
Say again?
Was it weird at all playing in an empty stadium?
No, sir. Just try to keep the focus on getting the call. The game go pretty fast to the point, we won't really, pay attention to that. We hear the noise in the background, that they play, but other than that, you got to have Zoom focus on that field, even with fans or without fans.
Marlon, Craig Meyer from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. I was curious for you all as players, what the past few days have been like, given what's been happening in Louisville, and has it been difficult at times to focus on football, just given everything else going on?
For the most part, we're pretty isolated, away from those outside distractions. Coaches pretty much protect us from all that. And when we at the field, at the facility, we just focus on what we're doing and go home. So pretty no distractions.
Any further questions? Marlon, thank you.
Thank you.
We have Russ Yeast joining us shortly. He will be the last of our three players speaking today. Not with us yet, but Okay, we're now joined by Russ Yeast. We'll go ahead and take questions for Russ.
Russ, it's Eric Crawford from WDRB. Just what was the week of preparation like on defense this week, and what went into the performance we saw today from the defense?
We was really focused on trying to get a bad taste out of our mouth from last week. Coaches put in a good game plan, and we went out there and did a pretty decent job. We obviously didn't do a good enough job. We didn't win the game, so there's still room for improvement.
Hey,
Russ,
Eric
Crawford
Crawford
again.
Go ahead, Eric.
Go ahead, Ken. Russ, what was Coach Satterfield's message to the team after this loss?
We just got to get better. We got to get better in all phases as a team. Losing is hard, and we're tired of it. So that's really the main message: is we have to be better. In the ACC, every game is going to be tough.
Russ, it came from the Courier Journal. Today's game defensively, is this kind of a better look at what you guys can be consistently, more of a bend but don't break defense?
I guess you could say that. It could be a good starting point of what we want to be. Obviously, we still don't even want them to have 23 points on the board. So it comes with some good and some bad. But I think we can still improve on this. But I guess you could say it's a good starting point of what you think we should see from this defense.
Russ, after that Miami game coming into this one, kind of what was the mindset for the defense? Because you saw, a lot of guys who had some really good bounce back games after that game.
Just put the game together. We had too many mental mistakes against Miami that led to big plays and big points that ultimately got us beat. So just being more focused as a whole defense, I think that's what led to us playing better today.
Russ Cameron again. Was it weird at all playing in an empty stadium?
Maybe at first, but once we got to playing, I was kind of talking to the guys like it didn't really even feel like anything different. You feel me? So we had to go out there and bring our own juice. So I guess when we did that, it was pretty fine.
Anything further for Russ?
Yeah, Russ Cameron again. When you go heading into this bye week for you all defensively, kind of what's the focus, or what's something you feel like you guys need to improve on before you take the field again?
Getting turnovers, creating turnovers, playing more sound football, limiting our mistakes, and getting off the field on third down.
Last call. Any other questions? Russ, thank you for your time.
Appreciate it.
That will conclude our post-game interviews for today. Thank you for joining us.